Let's talk about commercial loans when you're investing in real estate. Now, I get this question all the time because what we do when we invest in rental properties, we buy the property and we want to have as much liability protection as possible. And so we start an LLC. Basically, we start a company. Now, the biggest question is, well, how do I buy properties and put it in my LLC? Now, there's a lot to unpack here. And later on in the video, I'm actually going to walk you through the entire process of actually how to get commercial loans. Hey guys, my name is Dustin Heiner with Master Passive Income, and I want to show you how to quit that JOB, that just overbroke job, by investing in real estate rental properties so you never ever have to work a job again. Now, I want to talk to you about why we have an LLC and then how we can use the LLC for a commercial loan, because if we don't have it in our own personal name, it's less liability on us. And this is actually the 11th video of all the different ways that you can get financing for your rental properties. In fact, I have one video where I outline all 14 different ways that you can get financing or funding for your real estate investing. Check in the description for that video. Watch that because I literally go through every single one. Right now, I'm breaking down this one even more. And we put the property into an LLC to protect us from liability if somebody wants to sue us. Now, the biggest question I get is, well, how do we get the property in our LLC and also get a mortgage? How do we make sure we can get a property and get money and put it in an LLC all together? Well, here's a little bit of interesting things. I'll run into it really quickly of what mortgages do. Now, with a mortgage with a bank, a big bank, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all the big ones, even mortgage brokers, they usually want you to have your property, if it's a regular conventional loan, they want you to have it in your personal name. You cannot put it in a business name. Now, talking about liability, the biggest thing you must do outside of even just getting an LLC is having great property insurance. You want homeowners insurance that covers renters as well, but that's your number one defense against being sued and liability and all that sort of stuff. So having an LLC is like literally like second or third or fourth down the list. It's good to have, but your homeowners insurance is really the way you want to go to protect yourself. Now, when we're talking about getting a commercial loans are fantastic. And what's great is they actually put it inside of your own company's name, not your own personal name. It's not attached to you, meaning it's not like going to come after you and your credit. I have commercial loans that actually are only on my business and nothing on me. So if anything were to happen, which nothing has ever happened, I'm blessed to say that, where if I needed to default on the property, it doesn't come after my credit. It's just after the business. Now, I've done this many times. I've actually bought so many properties with commercial loans as well as personal loans, basically getting on myself. Now, my own personal credit. Now, what happens is once you get to a certain amount of properties, once you get to 4 properties, banks don't like to necessarily lend for residential loans for your own personal loan. They don't like doing conventional loans anymore. You have to graduate to a commercial loan, but some banks are okay with 10. You can actually have 10 properties on your own personal name before you need a commercial loan. Commercial loans are totally different. I'll give you exactly how commercial loans work and how their terms are different and all that sort of stuff. But the IRS says that you can have 10 properties on your name that is basically under a mortgage. Anything above that, you cannot. That's like literally a law or, the stipulation that IRS has. Now, once you get to 10 properties, you need to then start looking for commercial loans. One of the best ways that I've found to get commercial loans is to call up national banks and talk to their commercial lending division. You want to tell them, I have a commercial property that I want to buy and I need to get a commercial loan for it. I have my LLC, I have experience in the business and all that sort of stuff. And the reason why you're going to be saying these things is because these commercial loans, they're looking at businesses. They're going to lend for businesses. Now, our real estate investing is a business. As soon as you buy one property, you have a business. Now, as you grow your business, it'll be a bigger business. Now, with commercial loans, you're going to have different terms and different criteria to get these loans. One of them is not necessarily your own personal credit. They do look at your credit to make sure that you're not a deadbeat and you're not being bad, but that's not a big thing. They look at your business credit. In fact, I have a whole nother video on how to do business credit as well. Check in the description for that business, how to build business credit, how to buy properties, how to do it right. I have that whole video for you. And so as you've been building your business credit by running your business, you're going to have a better credit score, just like you as a person have a personal credit score. Your social security number is your personal credit score. Same exact thing with your business. You're going to have a good credit score. From there, the banks are going to want to make sure that you, as the business owner, have experience. Do you have experience doing whatever it is you're going to be borrowing that money for? Like, let's say you have a convenience store. Do you have experience doing that to get a commercial loan? Not just real estate, like anything that they're going to be lending for, they want to make sure that their person that's borrowing money is actually going to be able to, number one, not lose their money, as well as pay the money back with interest. So what you're going to do is prove that you have experience, or here's a big pro tip, you can also bring somebody else into the business who does have experience. Bring somebody into the business that has experience, and their experience will count for you, basically like a partner or an employee or something like that. But you can prove to the bank that you actually have experience through somebody else. So that's a way to work around that. So number one, you got to start your LLC. And if you don't know how to do that, check in the description. I show you exactly how to do that as well in another video. But you start the LLC, and then you apply. You call up big banks and talk to commercial lending divisions or departments and say, I'm going to get a loan. I have a business that I'm going to buy real estate. How do I go about getting that loan? So they're going to ask for your business credit as well as your experience. And then the terms are going to be a little different, actually a lot different than they would for a conventional loan. Now, conventional loans, they are anywhere from a 10-year, a 15, a 20, 25, or a 30-year note. The most normal ones are 30-year notes. Now, those 30-year notes are great because the price of your payments are very, very low, but you're paying a lot more in interest. Now, what's different about commercial loans are the terms. You're probably going to have a term that's closer to like 5 years or 7 years. But what's interesting is if you think about how you normally pay off your mortgage for your house, a 30-year loan, by the time you're done, after 30 years, hopefully you paid off your entire principal and all the interest and everything, and then you're done paying off the loan. With a commercial loan, it's literally not that. A commercial loan is where you're basically paying into the loan. And as you're paying into the loan, you're bringing down the principal, you're paying off interest. But after 5 years, it's not like it's all going to be paid off because you're paying a lower amount for principal. But if you're going to pay the full thing off in 5 years, it's going to be a big payment. And with these 5-year notes or 7-year notes, what's going to happen is you're going to have a balloon payment or refinance it out of the commercial loan or have them give you another brand new loan on top of that. They like turning this over to a new loan because they make more money. Every single time you get a new loan, you're going to have to pay more fees, you're going to have to pay more points, you're going to have to pay lots of stuff, and the debt clock starts all over again in interest. And so they like to have that revolving business account for you so they keep making money off you. But here's the thing, you have this and you account for it by running your numbers and making sure your property is going to make these payments, and then on top of that, make you $250 a month in passive income. You see, that's what we do at Master Passive Income. We buy rental properties. I personally have 30 plus properties now, making me a minimum of $250 a month in passive income. And some are even $400 or $500 or $600 a month in passive income. And that's what I teach all my students how to do. So what you do is you get a commercial loan that you can then buy a property, and that property makes you $250 or more in passive income. And if you don't know how to do that, don't worry about that. I actually have you covered there. I have my real estate investing course. I want to give you absolutely for free. Check in the description. Go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. And I will literally give you my course absolutely for free. I'm going to show you how to find an area of the country to invest all over the country, no matter where you live. Make sure that you're making $250 a month in passive income, building an automatic business, making sure you don't lose money. I'll literally give that to you for free. masterpassiveincome.com/free course, or you can even text the word rental to 33777, RENTAL to 33777. I will literally give that to you. Now, with a commercial loan, what you're going to be doing is watching out for these terms. In fact, I have one of my commercial loans. It's already been 4 years out of a 5-year note, and I need to actually refinance it. So I'm going through the process. So you need to be keeping track of these loans before you actually get these loans. Like once you get them in your name, making sure you keep putting on your calendar of when these are coming due. So the year before, here's a big pro tip. The year before these notes come due, I want you to start looking for refinancing. Talk to the original bank that has the loan about refinancing, and then also talk to other banks about refinancing all these properties, every single property into your commercial loan. And you guys, make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe as well as the notification bell, because I'm giving out so much great real estate investing information that I literally coach to other people. I just want to give this away because I want you to start investing in real estate. Get my free course. Check the description down below. Watch this video right here. I'll see you in the next one.